Hello and welcome. What you will not get from this conversation is a scripted, polished masterpiece. What you will get is an intuitive invite to explore your own existence. Make sure to like and subscribe. The world moves in curves. It's not linear, so everything that you see around you, your tables, your TV screen, it's all straight lines. I listened to Terence Crawford and he really opened my mind to what we like the experience in, for example, the anxiety that comes from even just being in your own house and everything is linear, but everything's curved. In Buddhism, we learn that everything flows and moves around, and we learn how to do movements where we can come back to our center and expand from our center. Breathing in, breathing out. So we learn how to connect in with the flow of life, but everything around us is absolutely linear. So if you want to invent something, you cannot be in the parameter of mathematics, because in maths, there's always going to be people better than you. There's going to be Apple, there's going to be Jeff Bezos and Amazon, and these people have got the best mathematics in the world. So there's no chance of inventing something from where you are now to there. You could try and create an own phone, you can try and do an Amazon service, but you're always going to be in this little line, in this parameter of mathematics. How can it be done with equations? I want to throw away mathematics, I want to throw away physics, and I want you to see it from above. I want you to see the world from a place of nature. If you don't know what that looks like, go out into your garden, but more importantly, go into nature and look at the curvature of everything. And I want you to see how everything is spherical, right? So again, looking at everything from I want to do mathematics, so from doing everything from a place of I need to know maths, I need to know physics to be able to create something, for example, inventions, right? This is where I want you to look at shapes. We don't just use shapes for the look of something, but we also use shapes for actually the performance in something. So if we look at, for example, electricity, it has a pole that it connects to. It has to be like this, so it connects to the electricity. So shape matters. So instead of thinking about inventions in a sense of, what can I create within this framework that we've been given, this square, in a circle, almost like a hurricane, what can I invent that has the correct shape? Okay? So look at shapes first and work from there. Now, you've got to look at the Terence Howard podcast with Joe Rogan, because he really opens your mind to how things are. And that we are all sort of like, we all have these type of we're all connected, almost like different particles of, I want to say God, but I don't want to be religious, so we need to think of a different word. He says Messiah, that's his words, but using this understanding, it changes things. So you're not looking at things from a mathematical perspective. Now think if you're writing on a chalkboard, someone that's a mathematical genius are writing on this board, aren't they? And it's just equations. Now how can you copy that? It'll take you forever to learn that. But there's holes in it. The universe is, we see that 70% at least is filled with dark matter. and the rest of it we understand. So we understand a small portion of the universe, but the 70% have just thrown dark matter at it, which has never been measured, never been seen. So they're just filling the gaps, which shows something doesn't work. If a wall needs fixed when you're building a house, you don't just fill the wall and go, there you go, it's a perfectly built house. No, you're going to say, well, why? You do not know how to build a house. Do you not know how to lay bricks? Oh, I've just filled the hole with putty. Massive hole, but I've just filled it with putty. And this is the point. So we need to understand that mathematics doesn't work. The reason why billions of us are poor is because we're trying to fight the giants. We're trying to climb the ladder. We're trying to create, just like they did before us, like in Amazon and all the other different industries, e-commerce. But we're not understanding that let them climb that ladder, let them be at the top of the ladder. We are in a hurricane. But the only way to do that is to let go and to see the universe for what it is. Let your brain flow, let the thoughts come and move into action from that. Right? Read the book that you want to read. Study the language you want to study. When you do this, you're living in your truest space of creation because this is where we're downloading wisdom. We always see things as like up, down, left, right, and maybe little angles, but we don't understand that everything is continuously flowing. And the downloading wisdom comes through us, and it also flows through us with each breath. Like everything in the universe, even a linear table is made up of little balls, little spheres at microscopic level. So nothing is linear on Earth. And the old mathematics was based on a flat Earth theory. So that everything in the universe is dead. That's what it was based on, right? There's nothing outside of Earth apart from us and then just nothingness. The great void of space. But there is no void. It's all alive. And I want you to listen to what I'm saying. I want you to subscribe so I can do more of this. I want you to understand that I'm going to put more and more and more content, and I'm going to keep on drip feeding this so that you can finally wake up and do what you're destined to do, because we're all phenomenal. We're all able to do what Terence Howard has done, and we're all able to use our minds like that. The problem is we've been indoctrinated into believing the world is a certain way, so we have to fit into a square box. But there is no ever a square box. Chuck the box away. It doesn't exist. I believe our TVs should actually be spherical. Because I believe that when looking at all these things in our house that are very lined, very linear, it creates anxiety because it's not natural. You're not looking at nature and seeing, like, if everything was sort of curved, like if you're a furniture person, you create furniture. Stop creating chests of drawers that are rectangle. Start creating spherical shapes for the future, and we can start to create in our homes a real mirror of nature and of our reality and what this is. I've decided not to edit this so you can hear all the mistakes in what I'm saying, but I hope this reaches the right person. If this reaches one person, I will be so happy and I will feel so blessed and grateful. Now, I'm sweating here. I want you to understand that we can be grateful. Gratitude is a superpower. Just remember that. Rumination is when we have deep thought and deep concentration on something. This is what causes depression. You ruminate, you illuminate into the room with your mind. Again, let that go. But realize that everything around us is based on old maths and physics from many, many years ago. Now, I'm not telling you to go and learn physics and learn maths. I am telling you to let go of it and realize that you're better than it. You understand more than you know. You understand life better. You're looking at it from here, looking down, because you see that everything's in a box. Let it be in that box. Don't learn all the information in this box and then be poor afterwards. No, look at the box, But then, from above, I want you to realize that everything is circular and spherical. It's like we can create new propulsion systems. We can do absolutely everything, and it's beyond what has already been done. This is the new evolution of human. Please stay around, stick around. I've not edited it because I want it to be raw. And I want you to understand that together we can beat these problems that we all have, which is money, because we can come from a place of I can do better. I'm not chasing someone at the top, trying to copy what they do. I am creating my own. We all have different skills. Like I said, you could be a furniture maker, right? Even building houses, they're all rectangle and square. That's not the best look. It should actually be a mushroom shape. And there's ways of doing this, but you need to have the right tools. But the tools in the industry have been created for linear materials, linear things. And just remember one other thing. Everything around you that looks linear is man-made. You're better than that. So if you want to try and duplicate one of these things, you can do that. You can create and invent something. You can be successful on YouTube like this. Just by understanding that our brains don't start, stop, 1, 2, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step, forwards, backwards. It's not like that. It's continually flowing. And if you allow that, the universe will allow you the wisdom to flow through your body, and you will always find the right words to say, and you'll find the right actions to do. Because when you sit around thinking, it does nothing. But when you feel like you need to do something, take action. Take action, but allow it to be completely organic, and then do that, and you'll get results. I hope this reaches someone, and I'm going to keep on putting out content, and it's going to be like this. Okay? Namaste.